Okay, let's try this again. Welcome back to Katie on the flip side. I am here today to show you the Konmari process going through my son's clothing. If you missed my video last week, I sat down to make this intro and got a bit emotional and started talking about some of my holdups in getting to this point. I don't know why this is so hard for me, but maybe this is why it's so hard to even take this next step to do the clothing thing, even though it's kind of unrelated. So far I have gone through and done the Konmari process on my closet, my daughter's closet, and my husband also did his own closet. So the only family member left was my 2.5-year-old son, Brooks, and I'm starting on his, but there has been a big gap in the time frame between when I did my daughter's closet. If you're interested to see, I talk a little bit about why and what's been holding me back in my previous video. Some of it is a little bit of emotional connection with the clothes. Some of it is related to my marriage and the struggles that we've been facing and what I was going through when I last went through this process with my daughter's closet. All kinds of things just came out in that video that I had not even processed myself or thought about myself, and it really opened my eyes to some stuff. I feel like I'm ready now to tackle everything. Right after I made the video that was uploaded last week, I went ahead and pulled all the clothes out of his closet in real time. That was yesterday, so here we are the next day. I've got a big pile of clothes on the floor, and as you can see, some clothes back here, and I'm ready to start sorting. So I will show you how the process got started as I pulled the clothes out. Okay, so in his top drawer, I still have tons of little tiny baby onesies, all his little sleep sacks that he slept in. Don't really know why. I just never went through them. As we got through some of these stages, I just left him in here. This is his pajama drawer, which, as you can see, some of the clothes that he's been wearing recently have been folded Marie Kondo style, but these are ones he maybe hasn't worn since I did Gaines's closet. This next drawer is supposed to be the beach drawer. It's got some swimsuits in it, some random t-shirts, like stuff is just thrown all kinds of crazy ways. There's like 9-month-old stuff over here, clothes with tags he never wore, pants, onesies, all the randomness. This drawer has sheets and things like that in there. Look at that, a fitted crib sheet that he never even used. And his little baby gowns with his name monogrammed on them. The bottom drawer has stuff that I had in here for him to grow into. Some things that kind of don't fit yet, or either like these, I had him in here for him to grow into, and then it was like the wrong age when he got to cold weather, so it didn't fit when it was cold outside or when it was cold outside the year before, so some of those just stayed in there. His closet looks like a hot mess from this side because this is where I've just been stashing all the clothes that don't fit anymore. As he outgrows them and they're too small, I put them over here. We have shoes that are too small over here. This is a bin of clothes that are too small that's actually full, which is why there's more up here. A bin of shoes that are too small, other random like sheets, blankets, things that he either isn't using, hasn't used, random Legos, some decorations for his room, some things that are supposed to go in his baby book. The other side of his closet is a little bit better. We've got long sleeve shirts here, short sleeve shirts here, and then like button up church type shirts here. His Alabama section, because you know they gotta have an Alabama section. There's some sweatshirts and like things that are different holidays. That sweatshirt is still too big. Pants here, some of these don't fit anymore, I just haven't taken them out. This is too big still, and this is too small. This was a hand-me-down that he didn't ever wear. This was his little baby dedication outfit for church, and then he has shorts on this level here. Most of these, some of these I think will probably still fit this year. One thing I'm kind of dreading about doing this with Brooks is I know he's not gonna want to try on a lot of this stuff. Gaines was actually excited to try on clothes and like look at the new hand-me-down stuff and all that. He's not gonna care. He's gonna get irritated that I'm asking him to try on stuff. With her, I did, there were like shirts that I thought would be too short or too like skinny or whatever. I got one shirt that fit perfectly, like I knew it was the right length or whatever, and I would just measure other shirts against that one. I may do that with him too. Up here, I've got, these are things that he hasn't grown into yet, and then these were winter pants that when I went through winter stuff, not the winter we just had, but the one before that, I put it up here to leave out for this winter, and I've kind of picked and chosen from it. But but I think most of the stuff that's up here was too small this winter. Up there are some baskets with random stuff in it, baby crib stuff that he's not using anymore, a crib wedge, a little coat that was Cullen's when he was little, and a matching hat. How cute is that gonna be? He was too small for it this year, so hopefully it'll fit next winter. And then the floor in here is kind of a hot mess too. Basically any baby stuff like the crib rails, the boppy, things he wasn't using anymore, just kind of got tossed in here. That stuff has literally been here since we moved. Those lanterns that were hanging from the ceiling in his old room, his little name thing from the hospital. This we've never found a good place to hang. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a little bit more intense than I thought it was, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna be quite as many clothes as Gaines's was. There is a bag of hand-me-downs right here that I think will be some that he needs to wear now. Of course, there are also dirty clothes downstairs in the hamper, and then there's some clean clothes downstairs that need folding. So as I get all these out, I will just bring those up and add them to the pile. Let's get this stuff out and get going. Look, this is the little note that said he was gonna be a boy. Actually, it said he was gonna be a male fetus. We were so confused when we opened this. We were like, male, female, male fetus, oh my gosh. Look at that cute little nightlight. I think my mom gave us that a while ago. I don't even know that was in there. All right, this is from his chest of drawers. I decided to just move it in here because I'm not gonna be able to leave it in his room and work on it. So I'm gonna bring the closet stuff in here now and throw it on top. Oh my goodness, he had so many more clothes than I expected. I felt like he really just didn't have many clothes at all, and you can see there's a big pile there. But the next step now is to start sorting the clothes. So I'm gonna be sorting them into a keep pile, a donate pile, and a trash pile. For most of the donate pile, I'm gonna be putting them into bins to save for Cullen's sister, who just recently had a little girl, but they're planning to have more kids very soon. And so I want to be able to gift some of those clothes to her. We received a lot of hand-me-downs and it was super awesome and helpful. So I'm always glad to give back and give them to somebody who I know can use them. Made it this far, but I just brought up a clean basket of laundry that needs to be added to the pile. Luckily, I know these are things he wore recently that do still fit, so it shouldn't be too hard to make decisions on those things. So let's get back to it. Okay, update. So I feel like I'm getting really close, and this has honestly been a few hours working on the clothes. It's going much more smoothly and much more quickly. He did have a lot of clothes, but not as much stuff that I had kept in his closet from when he was younger, because once I did Gaines' closet, I didn't like go through Brooks's closet, but as I would come across things in the past couple months, I would pull them out and put them on the little shelf. So I do need to take all the stuff from the shelf and put it in a bin, but I don't have to go through it because I know that it's too small, and I know that I moved it there for a purpose so that when I did this, it wouldn't take as long. So that is a huge help. Let me just give you a little update on where things stand right now. These are pajamas that fit, that are staying. This is all baby stuff to be handed down to Cullen's sister. This is all stuff right here that's already been folded and put into a bin of like 12 to 24 month clothes. That is something that I did differently than when I did Gaines's clothes. There were so many when I did hers, and it was so overwhelming. I didn't know what I was doing, that I just was like throwing things into piles. And this time around, I already had a bin that I knew I wanted to store stuff in. So I went ahead, and as I knew it was something that was definitely to be handed down, I folded it nicely and put it in the bin so that it's there and it's ready to go. I also didn't take things off of hangers because, like I said, I've kind of cleared out some things that didn't fit him. Obviously, there was still a bunch, but a lot of the stuff in his closet I knew was fine and that he was still gonna wear. So I just left it on the hangers, and so I've got it laying right here, and I'll just organize it as I put it back in the closet. Here's my basket of clean clothes, and here is my bin of little things with monograms. I'm actually not sure how one of Gaines's monograms things got in there, but the other stuff with his little monogram on it, this is one of my favorite all-time favorite gowns, little newborn gown that was made for us by Sweet Sprout. I love it so much. This is a pile of baby stuff that I think Corey and Brittany can use now. That's kind of like gender neutral, not necessarily specific for a boy. And then shorts that should still fit now, maybe even a little bit on the bigger side, but should be okay for this summer. I do have this bag of hand-me-downs that I showed y'all the other day to go through, but so far I've been through all the stuff that was in his room, in his closet, in his drawers, and that's a huge accomplishment. Yay! All right, y'all, I think this is it. I think I've got everything like ready to put in his closet, and it is like 7 o'clock at night. I'm gonna just kind of leave these things that I need to put in bags and places right now so that I can get stuff put up before he needs to go to bed. Let me get it folded, put in the closets, put in the drawers, and I'll show y'all how it looks. All right, day 2. The kids had to go to bed last night, so I had to pause and restart back in Brooks's room this morning, trying to like get all the other stuff out of his closet. And it's obviously not time to deal with other categories, and so I'm trying not to get myself distracted because there's sentimental stuff and things like that. There's a bunch of baby blankets that I had kept in his closet before he got his big boy bed. He would like to rotate out blankets and they would get dirty, and so we would have a stash. I just don't think I'm ready to deal with these yet. Like, I don't want to have to decide about getting rid of any of them, and I don't feel like they're in the clothing category, so I'm not gonna deal with them right now. I've sorted them into 2 piles. These are ones that are like not specifically his blankets. These are more specifically like for him. So for these kind of general ones that they both used, I'm just gonna put them in a linen closet in the hallway so that they're not in Brooks's closet, but I don't have to go through them yet until I get to, I guess this would go with sentimental things. I just love baby blankets. They're soft, and I don't know if I want to get rid of them or what I want to do with them. I know when I was younger, I used to love to wrap my baby dolls up in my old baby blankets. So I don't know, I'll probably save some of them, but for now, I'm just gonna move them out of the way and deal with that later. But I'm just gonna at least get it organized and kind of out of here so that it's not where it shouldn't be. All right, you guys, it is officially finished, and Brooks's cute little room that now has a big boy bed in it officially feels like a real room with a real closet that is not full of a bunch of clutter and baby stuff that he doesn't need anymore. Everything in his closet fits right now. I know it'll be a process with kids having to like keep up with taking out too small clothes, putting in new clothes that are the right size, but I think we have a good system down. So I'm gonna show you the progress. All right, his closet. Look at this organization and not clutteredness. Oh my goodness gracious. We have all of his athletic shirts first, and then his fun, like Disney themed shirts, which he didn't have too many of until we went to Disney, and now he's got a bunch of them, which he absolutely loves because he loves Mickey Mouse, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman. Don't tell mom. And then it goes into like other graphic shirts, and then we have plain shirts with stripes, and then we have just plain colored shirts. So I did actually organize this in some kind of form or fashion. And then it goes into collared short sleeve shirts, button down collared short sleeve shirts, collared long sleeve button down shirts, a smocked shirt, a little like monogram shirt, the ones that are a little bit more special. And then these are something that was a gift to us when he was actually born, and he hasn't had a chance to wear them. They're like super fancy suits. So I found them in the stuff, and I'm excited that I didn't miss out on him wearing those. His Alabama section, these are some shirts that Granberry gave him maybe a year or so ago, and they're summer themed, but they're a little longer sleeved, and they're a size too big but I'm thinking he might can wear some this summer, so I've got him kind of out right here so I'll see him. After those are his holiday shirts. He's got a cute little Easter shirt, 4th of July things, a turkey that should still fit next year, Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day that he wore this year that I'm thinking might still fit next year. Down here we have all of his pants, and oh my gosh, if they could just stay this perfect. I don't have them color coded or anything. I like to sort by groups. So he's got jeans, black jeans and blue jeans, and then he's got like cargo type pants, khaki and gray, and then any other colors. These are corduroy pants for winter, and then all of his long sleeve shirts that should still fit next year. I moved down here because I think we're finally actually to spring and summer. Sweatshirts and all the things I think will still fit next year or that are even bigger and will fit in a year or two. So previously I had all of his shorts and stuff up here and it was always just a hot mess. And now those are in a drawer, which I'm a little bit like, he doesn't even really need a chest of drawers anymore. Like all the stuff that's in there right now could fit in his closet, but it's a nice piece of furniture. And I assume as he grows and gets older, he may not want all his t-shirts hanging up and he may want to fold them and put them in drawers. So I'm just gonna leave this and let it be an option still, and he'll use it for something. So this side of his closet was a complete hot mess before I started this process. So I've moved all the clothes out of here that I had been storing that had gotten too small, and I've put them all in bins, stored away and ready to pass on. As I said before, Cullen's sister Brittany does plan to have more kids, but we also found out that my brother-in-law Jay, my sister's husband, his brother is expecting a little boy, and so we're going to give those clothes to her before the possibility that Brittany needs them. They're gonna stay in the family, basically. So I'm packaging them up, have them ready to share with somebody else. But for right now, this space is just open. This may seem like a lot of clothes to some people, but this is actually pretty minimal for us. So, I mean, a big closet, and it's only got this set of clothes. This is his little basket with, he's got one little belt, a pair of suspenders, and a bow tie. So he does not have too many accessories right now, but at some point he will. This is where I have birthday cards and special cards he's received from family, or just things that would go like in a baby book. He does have a baby book, but I have not been great at filling it out and putting things in it. So in the meantime, instead of it just being shuffled up here, I'm putting it in this basket so that it can go there later. This is more kind of baby book, sentimental stuff. These were from his first birthday party, and there's one for each month. And I really would love to do something with these. I might hang them up in here somewhere. His 4D ultrasound, all his little doctor visit sheets and all that stuff. So that stuff is all stuff that will eventually be in his baby book. I like to save that. Maybe I won't decide to save some of that stuff once we get to the paper category. I don't know. But for right now, I'm not dealing with sentimental. I'm not dealing with paper. It's just gonna stay in there. And up here, these are some decorations that we had up in his old room, and they just don't seem to fit in this room. Right now, they're right there. When we get to that category, I'll deal with it, but for right now, they're just kind of cute in his closet, so I'm leaving them there. And his little hospital door hanger that's just been sitting on the floor in here, I thought it made a cute little accent. This is a bin for me to throw in as we come across them, his monogrammed or special clothes. I've mentioned before, I'm planning to make a quilt of all their monogrammed or special things, so I'm saving those. I need to get a bin to keep in here like I have in Gaines' closet for clothes that are too small right now. Don't have that bin yet, but that is coming because we are not gonna end up with a hot mess of small clothes over here anymore. All right, for his chest of drawers, this top drawer is actually empty right now. Nothing in there. His second drawer is super organized pajamas. If y'all know me, I am a huge pajama freak and I absolutely love them, and my kids have tons of pajamas. These are actually ones that he wore last year that still fit. There's only, I think, a handful of new this year stuff. This is all from previous years. These are warmer fleecy ones, and Brooks is messy, and so honestly a lot of times he only wears pajamas one night. I do not do laundry every day, and I don't plan to wash his one pair of pajamas every day, so we like to have a lot of pajamas. The next drawer has his shorts all organized. So here we have all the colorful rainbow of shorts. We've got a bunch of gray shorts. These are like nicer shorts. These are athletic type shorts, and then these are athletic type pants, sweatpants and that kind of thing. I know it does seem like a lot of shorts, but we like variety, we like color, and like I said, he's messy. Like a lot of his clothes he wears one time and then they get something spilled on him, he pees his pants or something, and so we have to wash them. So I like having a lot of options. They fit right now. My goal in the future is not to buy 17 pairs of gray shorts, but for right now, I have purposes for each of the pairs of gray shorts that he has, and he does wear them all, so I'm keeping them all. Next drawer has bathing suits, and again, I have not bought him any new bathing suits. I lie. I did buy the Mickey Mouse one for our cruise, but other than that, I haven't bought any new bathing suits this year. These are all from last year that still fit. And then his little cover-ups right here. I've got white t-shirts and then a t-shirt that's way too big that's just kind of like a sleeping shirt. And the bottom drawer is empty, nothing in there. We do still have his changing table over here, and this actually top part can come off, the changing table part. We don't use it anymore because he is potty trained now. I've got like underwear in here, like I said, I'm not gonna fold little kid underwear. And then there's other stuff in here that hasn't necessarily been dealt with because this is not the section I'm doing right now. And that's it. His closet, his Marie Kondo method of decluttering to his clothes is done, and it feels so good. I'm really happy with it. I love being able to walk into his closet and see just like some blank space, some empty space, it not just overflowing with stuff. I have had multiple comments on the old video of my closet, of Gaines's closet, about how everybody only needs 7 outfits because there's only 7 days in a week, and if you do laundry once a week, then you'll have plenty of outfits. Maybe that works for some people, but everybody's different. And even Marie Kondo says to keep what sparks joy for you, and having some different variety in my clothing and in my kids' clothing sparks joy for me. I personally don't want them or myself to have to wear the same outfit every Monday or every Tuesday or whatever and not really have any other variety than that. We're fortunate to be able to have the option to have more clothes than just 7 outfits. And if that works for you and your family, that is fabulous. And it would certainly make life a lot more simple. But we enjoy wearing different clothes. We enjoy having variety. And so that's what we do. But I am definitely, after fully going through the whole clothing process now, definitely have changed a ton of my clothes buying and spending ways. I have bought, since I started this in January, very, very few new items of clothing. The only reason I have bought new things for myself is because I've lost 30 pounds since November, and so I've needed some new clothes. We also got a few little things here and there for the cruise, but other than that, I have not been even opening emails from like the different little places that I used to buy boutique-y stuff that I would just impulse buy online. I haven't done that, so I've been very proud of myself, and it's felt good not to feel like I have to buy stuff when I just like get an email or see a good deal. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to hear your feedback, what you think. Stay tuned because books are next. Helen and I have already been talking about the books process that's next all through the past few days and how we're gonna get started on that, and we're really excited to move forward. Clothing has been a huge hurdle for me, so I'm so glad it's behind me. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss us doing the whole rest of the house. There's so much stuff left to do, oh my goodness. But I know the good feeling and I know how good it feels once it's done, so I'm super motivated to just get it all done. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on Sunday night for a live stream. It may be from the hot tub again, you never know. It may not, it may be from the fireplace. Alabama weather's crazy, we'll see, but I'll see you Sunday night. Bye.